so many ideas in my head. So then a lot of them were quite negative, to be honest with you, right? Like,
私が英語を変える
Switching to the period where we actually met, 2001, that was the World Cruise peace boat, right? We were both the interpreter. You're excellent one, I was like fake one.
No, you weren't.
Okay, so I did only once. I traveled around the earth for 3 months in 2001, but you were there for a while, right? You did many times.
Yes, yeah.
Overall, how did it change your views about the world, about the whole concept of meeting people around the world? How did it change your view?
Thank you. So I was at Peace Boat for 13 years, and
13 years.
Yeah, and as a full-time staff member. So I've been around the world many times, thankfully, thanks to working there.
Yeah.
But I would say that the biggest experience that I always had at Peace Boat was very much in the early stages, around 2001 when we first were there together. And back then there was it was sort of like facing the stereotypes that I had in my head about people, or races of people, or groups of people. So I realized, like, even going to, let's say, like Arab countries, right, for the first time ever in my life, never ever been at that point.
Arab as in Egypt?
Egypt, North America, North Africa even, or wherever, right? And so at that point, I had never ever been to an Arabic country or an Arab like culture or anything. But I had so many ideas in my head of, like, it's going to be like this, or and then also a lot of them were quite negative, to be honest with you, right? Like they were, just be like, I'll probably have to watch out for this, or like, not be able to trust, this, and all that kind of stuff. And then you go, and then you realize. Well, first of all, so I think like facing those internal, sort of like internal stereotypes that you already somehow built up in yourself without any experience at all, without any experience, but you already have this inputted in you somehow, or maybe you decided on it yourself or whatever.
Preconceived notions. So sort of coming face to face with that. It was very real because I was actually going to go physically to these foreign cultures that I've never been to before. So before you physically enter it, I'm like, oh my god, I realized that I have all these like ideas about it. And that's a really good lesson, I think, and I think it'll be good for anybody to put yourself in a place where you would be uncomfortable. I was just gonna say, I just interviewed Stacy with the same question.
Sure.
He answered, he grew up in the 80s in a Cold War era.
Right.
Where most Americans just believe Soviet Union, Russians are like evil guys.
Yeah.
Then in the first voyage, the last Russia.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And he said similar things. When he met he talked with Russian kids, and thought back about his childhood when he was dreaming about becoming a jet fighter, or
sure, yeah,
becoming like a Rambo kid.
Fighting for freedom with the flag and all.
So that's also a stereotype, right?
Yeah. But so that would be totally it. And then when you just go to places that you've never been to, and then if you sort of had those realizations, like, whoa, I had all these ideas that came from no experience, and just came from stereotypes and preconceived notions. That's really important. That was a really big learning.
Yeah, I think most of us, like us who never step outside of Japan, should have the same issue. We have all the input about the world.
Yeah.
Which may be partially true.
Yeah, always.
But it's just one side of it, until you get to meet with these people and communicate with these people.
Absolutely. And then that's when you start seeing that there are individuals, right?
Right.
Individuals have different personalities, But of course, you sort of like you don't see it at that level when you're outside and far away. You just see this mass, and it's just stereotypes only. Yeah.
In a big picture, we all learn the same lesson, actually, traveling around the world. For me, the Peace Boat experience is just 3 months, but it really did change. I really had a very good experience there. Have a very great impact in my life.
Yeah.
This
video. Basically, the young people are supposed to be watching. There are some like older people too as well, but I'd like to give some message to, especially to the young people who wish to or aspires to work in a international environment in the future. What would be like one piece of advice?
Oh, I don't know. Like for anyone who like wishes to work in an international environment, I don't know if it would be specific to that group of people, but maybe just to young people in general. All young Japanese people. And also actually all young people of the world from anywhere.
Okay.
If you have, first of all, if you have a Japanese passport, which I'm sure they will if they're, if they're Japanese. If you have a Japanese passport, or if you are a Japanese citizen but don't yet have a passport, go get a passport, and then also, save up some money and go traveling. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
We don't need more young Japanese people to like go to like the really obvious sort of places, which is just for tourists, right? Like Waikiki Beach, right?
I totally agree. I totally agree. The only time I went to, like, I travel a lot.
Yeah.
But the only time I travel to a touristic place is to Guam. Took my family to Guam.
Okay, right.
Because other than that one, all of my travels is like going to a place where I want, talking to a stranger, talking to like all this, including peace boat and even business trip too. I would go to a place where nobody goes to, or it just sheer curiosity to discover new things, experience new stuff.
Sure.
And that really opens door to new world or new experience, new insight. And especially when you're young, I really advise. I recommend people do that because
I agree.
It's a really good stimulation to your brain.
EMW 語学研究所は海外営業20年超、日英中トライリンガルの語学のプロが始めた全く新しいタイプの社会人向け自立型英語力育成サービスです。受講生は6ヶ月間語学のプロの指導のもと、英語スピーキング能力に特化した3本柱のトレーニングをこなしてもらいます。EMW が独自に開発した英語脳を作るC-ZONEプラクティス。月曜のビフォーと金曜のアフターを比べることで確実に能力が向上するビフォー&アフターシャドーイング。そして1分で相手を説得するプレゼン技術を養う1分英語プレゼン術の3本柱を6ヶ月間継続することで TOEIC そこそこ取れてるけどスピーキングがいまいちなあなたの英語力を根本から改善していきます。受講生の多くは早朝出勤前と隙間時間を合わせて1日1時間半程度の無理なく継続できる学習習慣を身につけています。受講費用は大手英語コーチングの半額以下。本物の語学のプロが独自の切り口であなたの悩みを解決しますので、受講生は本気の方のみでお願いします。概要欄のリンクから詳細内容をご確認ください。あなたにお会いできるのを楽しみにしています。